Dis, are we following?
Following Gandhi to start off with.
Oh, here's a nice spawn.
Yeah, welcome to levelupyourgame.net on Disrepute, Jumbo Vor. And NVC.
Yeah, he's here, but he's not going to say anything. Coward.
Bottled it. Yeah. Gandhi with the red to start off with. He's got the shotgun as well. And getting the frag. So, Excelsior versus Foundation, Vor. Maybe you want to give us a run through the teams.
Well, the Hungarian team of Excelsior has Dash, Peter Gandhi, and the Finnish player Cade. So not an all-Hungarian lineup, but mostly. And Foundation, that's a German lineup with Reload, Nishak, Twister, and Old Splatterhand.
Got the music on still. Shit.
Fucking hell, are you not organised?
Yeah, it's off. They did just sort of start on us. After you just joined the server.
Quads here, 59 seconds. Goes to Cade, who has an incredibly powerful lightning gun.
Yeah, seen Cade a lot recently, haven't we? With,
Well, I haven't. Maybe you have.
a lot of pick-up games. I think he,
See, already making use of that LG. Nice push in here on the red. But that's nicely defended by Nishak. Made use of the positioning to his advantage. Hard to dig someone out of that area, even with the advantage of quad.
Right, so 11-4. Intervention. Oh, nice rocket and nice kids. Goes at the bounce pad. Second rocket from Feeder. That was brilliant.
It was.
It's like a blind spot shot. This Cade goes down in the mid to Reload. Famed for his recent duel.
Yeah, neither team really getting a solid lock on this red so far. Quite a lot of fighting happening around it. Of course, the red is normally the focal point for teams to control on this map, and from there you can move out and do all sorts.
So just for anybody that has just tuned in, and we didn't even introduce it properly, this is a Eurocup qualifier match. See which team will play in the Eurocup. Be enters into the groups that are about to be drawn after these qualifiers occur, and the other team will go into the top division of the Open Cup. And who would you say the favourite is in this match?
Excelsior for me are favourites. They've got 3 players in Gandhi, Feeder and Dash who we've seen playing in the highest levels of competitions in the recent history of Quake Live. EMS, they've been in with different teams.
Nations.
And representing Hungary in the ENC.
There we go, Quad going to be up in a few seconds. Nice shot, spamming down those rockets from above. This is such a key position before Quad. Oh, he's used up all of his rockets though. Quad's going to be pretty easily taken by Feeder. He's protected by teammates rail as well.
2 quads in a row that they've really not struggled to pick up. Foundation's slightly off on their power-up play.
He wants to peek out with his shots before Mega. He did have a time in it though, moved back perfectly for it. Watch his back of that plasma slam, but with the Mega looking pretty strong. And it just runs down, but they win back the red armor. That's going to be the key area on the map, isn't it, Will?
Yeah, it is. I mean, this position he's in now. Oh, he's nearly got caught out by that.
Wow.
Good position to try and make rails from, but as we saw, he did get caught out by that lightning gun push.
You definitely say on this map, yeah, you want to control the lightning gun, don't you, if you control red, so that can't happen.
Yeah. You need to really time the lightning gun. It's, I would say, the best weapon on this map.
14 health Cade, moving back up to the red armor area.
It's got
Excelsior
really
to control
good
it.
weapons, but if he goes down here, very close.
Old Splatterhand's one of our favourites from...
It's really significant to
Nations
kill
Cup.
someone who's carrying that many weapons.
Okay, Gandhi in. You don't really want to take on a Hungarian player with rail, do you?
No, they've all got pretty good rail, I would say, this lineup.
68% Gandhi's hitting at the moment. So I think those
Yeah,
that we
that
saw
was
miss
missing
was the
2
only
shots
ones,
there.
yeah. Red armor is before the quad, and he is up in position for it. He doesn't really have the health, but maybe the 50 will come up after the... There it is. Oh, he's decided to leave. just a second before the red armor spawn to try and defend quad, but he's not going to be able to do much with it. There we go, old Splatans takes quad.
That's very close, nearly blew himself up there.
Move through to this middle area, needs to hit that rail, otherwise he's in trouble.
Yeah, when you're back on health squad, every shot has to be perfect, and if you miss a shot...
He probably should have made his way towards this lower corridor that Twister was just in to get that 50. It's a lot safer, that route. Especially if you've got a rocket with quad, you've got close quarters combat, you can just easily hit any rocket.
Yeah, and obviously you need a bit of leeway on health if you're using quad rockets, because those close range rockets are going to damage you as well. With the quad, they're going to damage you even more than normal.
See Gandhi just heard the spawner, wants to catch him out, but Twister got a good timing for the plasma to spawn, manages to get the frags. Have a look at Twister's stats. Nothing outrageous from him at the moment. Excelsior pretty comfortable lead, Vor.
Yeah, they're pretty much dominating the map at the moment. They've had red, I'd say, at least 5 minutes worth of red. There has been some attacks from Foundation at that red, but nothing strong so far. And of course the key to playing the other side of the map, where the yellow and the rail is you really need to hit your rails to stop the team with red.
Oh my god, K just dropping down into 2 shafts.
Yeah, and that's good play as well, because going to that LG room with just one of you, if you're not playing the red side of the map, it's quite difficult to actually do anything at the LG without help of a teammate.
Good switch away, doesn't drop the lightning gun, he managed to steal the 50 as well.
Excellent.
Just before the quad's coming up, so maybe Excelsior will be a little bit weaker this time moving in, but it looks like they dominate that area. And Gandhi's got a massive armor advantage over anybody he could possibly meet.
Yeah, this is the 3rd quad now for Excelsior. Did a really good job of damaging him there. He picked up 1 kill and pretty much lost all that stat he had.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't use his plasma gun that he had. I mean, some of those shots would have been really nice to fill the area with plasma.
Doing 60 damage per hit with quad.
2 frags in
Of
2
course, quad
seconds.
is not a 4 times damage multiplier anymore in Quake Live, sadly.
Oh, Splathand's been gifted. Shotgun kill there. Backs off for this crate of lightning. I don't know what really the ammunition is called.
Yeah, cells is plasma, slugs is rare. I'm not sure what lightning gun ammo is called.
Pure electricity.
Energy, maybe.
Excellent.
It's a nice attack on red armor area by Foundation.
Perfectly timed, in fact, the old Splatans, and they seem to have a timing on the red.
Yeah.
The way he moved to it, and he's now 100-100.
Oh, that's a brilliant rocket down as well, down onto that LG.
You should wait around for the shaft and get time on it. Sort of pointless going through that teleport to nowhere.
Should have no problem taking this red, and that'll be the last red really before quad. It'll be a bit risky for either team to wait for another red. Also, 1 second, they're definitely not going to wait.
Yeah, old Splatans straight in there, but he's lost all his armour already trying to defend it. It does get 2 frags out of it though, and oh, look at that spawn for Cade. That's so annoying for old Splatans. He does eventually go down, in fact, to reloads plasma coming from distance. But again, it looks like, yeah, it's not quite a good setup from Foundation. Excelsior do take it, eventually going down though.
Yeah, it was just 2 players from Foundation there to defend that quad, and you could see that at least 3 of Excelsior were attacking, so, you know, 2 against 3. They may have had a decent armor stack on reload, but it wasn't enough to keep Dash from dropping down onto that quad and taking it. Although he did only have 3 health when he picked it up, so maybe a bit unlucky that reload was unable to kill him. And they'll maintain control of that red armor area, and they'll maintain their 20 frag lead coming up to the halfway point in map 1.
Yeah, it grew quite a lot at first, but it's a relatively stable difference now.
Yeah, Foundation are managing to hold on. They're not getting completely dominated, even though really they've scarcely had any control over this dominant red armor area.
Reached the halfway point of the map. Plenty of time to come back, but it's really going to be about the quads. We've seen Excelsior dominate them at the moment. It's our favourite word today, eh? Dominate.
They haven't dominate, it's a fitting description because Foundation really haven't looked like they have any idea how to set quad up so far. They have taken one quad, but really you're going to need more than one quad to keep the score close in this map.
It's Frank from Feeder. He's just been working with quite a low amount of health for a little while here. Running around this zone, hitting some nice rail shots though. He's got the last couple of rocket pickups.
He might go and look for the rail ammo, which is below him now. Didn't check for it though.
Well, if he can wait here on this yellow, which he's not going to do, but it would have been up in a second. I suppose the quad is a bit too close a time for it. And a pretty comfortable quad grab again, it looks like. Oh, what's happening in the quad? Twister just ran away. He'll regret coming back. God, this delay is ridiculous. Gandhi does take it, takes a rail for his trouble, but he's got enough to survive.
I'm not sure what the delay was for there. I mean, Gandhi was at that quad. I don't think he was late to it.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know what hit him. Did a rail hit him? There.
I don't know, was that a direct hit or something? It seemed to kill all the momentum he had, and then he got finished off by the machine gun.
Impressive.
I think Foundation have to consider themselves pretty fortunate that the score is still reasonably recoverable.
Within touching distance.
Yeah, because Excelsior have totally dominated the quads. And they may have expected to hold more of a lead at this stage with how good they've been on those quads.
There we go. Excelsior moving into this lightning gun area with two players you see here, both of them with rails, Cade and Feeder. Take that lightning gun off its perch. And what you do have around that lower area below red is a lot of spawns congregating the movement of the players. And so if you control that area you can get a lot of easy kills.
Impressive.
Nice rail from Cade there. Oh my god, the second rail. That was actually
good
really
rails,
nice.
But I'm not sure what else Splatterham is doing there. It's just like his team have been pretty much totally spread around the map.
Twister point blank range is taken, but he did have a shotgun. Feeder avenges his teammate's death. So 25 seconds till quad. Of course, it's heavily delayed. It's been delayed a couple of times, quite long.
Yeah, you don't often see a quad this late.
Excelsior, just the way they use their rails, so aggressive. Point blank range, really close combat with the rails. Haven't really seen that for a while. In the last season or so. It's about 8 impressive. Feeder is a little bit slow to react then.
Yeah, Feeder didn't want to take the quad though because he didn't have much health, and I think he assumed that one of his teammates would be in there to take that.
Dash had something like 15 impressives, we just noticed. His second excellent. As Relo tried to get that rail that dropped, but it's right in the teleporter.
Yeah, it's 12 impressives for Dash, and at this stage of the game, that's a hell of a lot. It means they've really had a lot of that rail, and considering that Excelsior has been the team holding red for the vast majority of this game, it's really dangerous to allow them so many railguns as well.
I mean, if you don't have control of the red, you have to have control of something else, and that is usually the yellow armors and the rail on that side of the map.
Yeah, without control of the red, you really need those rails to be able to stop the team that has red from pushing out and walking all over your team, basically.
Yeah, it's not just getting the rails yourself either. You have to stop your opponents from getting any rails at all. As soon as they got one or two, I mean, it's worthless just keeping control of the rail. You don't have any advantage.
Gandhi's been put under some pressure here, but he's handling it pretty well.
A lot of pressure. Look at those rockets from Cade. Very nice. Oh, Splatterham's going down.
He's missing his rails now, Gandhi. We saw him pretty much hitting all his rails early on in this game.
And Cade at the moment, he's actually got a 60% rail. 38 LG, so very nice accuracy for him. As Reload has just picked up the shaft, moving through to this rocket launcher now. You probably want to see the team setting up for quad now. I think the last few minutes, the transitions between controller and red have just been ridiculously fast. It's just been going to one team, then the other, but no one's really had a solid lock on it. Let's see what Reload can do with this railgun. He's going to 3 seconds until quad. Is he just going to try and take it out? Oh, Splathands manages to grab it. He's got plasma to work with as well. Almost dived into Dash's rocket, but managed to get the frag. There's the mega health as well. This is working out absolutely perfect for him so far. There we go, the power of the quad. Look at the red up as well.
Yeah, he's been pretty fortunate on item time so far in the squad run.
Oh, well, how did that rocket miss? But you see, just the power of plasma with quad is ridiculous. Brilliant quad run in the end. And they just go down to feeders on the quad multiplied.
Yeah,
Plasma.
2 quads left, and 2 more quads like that, and we could be in for a really close final minute or so.
Yeah, just over 30 francs is the difference. I mean, you would have to say generally there's not much chance Foundation of coming back, but in a way Excelsior, it's not that they've locked down the map, they made massive strides in frag, so they've left a little gap, a little opening for Foundation. As you say, with the last 2 quads, there is the potential for them to bring it back. And of course, if they say they were going to lose this map anyway, they'd want as close a score gap as possible, so they get the advantage on the last map pick.
You certainly don't want to be destroyed on the first map, because it's not going to leave you feeling too confident going into the second map, so they want to keep this as close as possible. And you never know how important the frag difference can be in eliminating maps if it goes to a third.
And I mean, we'd have to say that it's most likely that this is Excelsior's home map. I mean, Hungarians
almost certainly
always pick this map.
I believe we practiced against them on this map as well, and I think this was the map they wanted to practice. I think this is their home map of choice.
We didn't actually catch the map picks because we managed to join this late, but oh, last quad, and Splatterhands again.
Yeah,
German international. This time he's going to choose the shotgun, and it was probably a wise pick as well. He needs a bit of health, maybe that bit of armor. Use the plasma rocket.
Very risky area to be in with this amount of health.
He's definitely going to die here. Yeah. You don't want to get caught in that open right there.
I mean, he needed to find frags, but such low health, maybe he could have been better off going to look for some health and then trying to just use up all the quad time.
30 frags behind. We've got 2 minutes remaining and only 1 quad left. I think it's basically not going to happen now, but their goal, Foundation, will be to close this gap. Now, the next map, I mean, we don't know what was picked, but I would presume potentially Grim Dungeons or one of the newer maps for.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, because you've got a lot of old school Quake 3 players in this Excelsior lineup, Feeder, Gandhi and Dash, and I don't know for sure, but quite often these older Quake 3 players don't necessarily put in the time on the new maps, but don't know at all whether that's the case with Excelsior, but a new map could be a good choice for Foundation.
I mean, we saw that last night with Denmark against Poland. They didn't want to pick Dreadful Place, if I am told us later, because 2 of the players just didn't feel comfortable on that new map, despite knowing that obviously Poland also hadn't practiced the map.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that at the time. I was saying that Denmark should pick Dreadful Place, but then it turns out 2 of their players didn't know it, so it wouldn't have been a good pick afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, the problem, I guess, with a 7-map pool is to learn and practice 7 maps. I mean, it's quite a big task.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of a 7-map map pool or the elimination system.
Even if you eliminate the same map every time, there's still 6 maps you've got to learn and practice and be strong on.
Yeah, I feel just it lowers the overall quality, whereas if you've only got 5 maps to focus on, you generally see a higher standard of games because it's less maps to practice, so it's easier to be good on all of the maps.
It's an argument. Of course, you don't get the variety of
And also
styles across all the maps as much then.
about the elimination system. I don't like the elimination system because it means teams' best maps always get eliminated, and you know, people want to see teams playing their best maps.
Deep inside Poland.
Yeah.
Last night eliminated
imagine
Purgatory, Denmark
if Ice
eliminated.
never got to play DM6 because it would have just been eliminated against them all the time. We'd have never seen, you know, their great dominant play in the old Euro Cup era of Quake 3.
Well, there's definitely a debate to be had. So, the first map goes to Excelsior. And that's who you would have predicted for.
Yeah, I just feel they're a slightly stronger team. They've got more experience in Quake 3/Quake Live TDM. And experience is a really important factor. I wouldn't say they're significantly better than their opponents skill-wise. I'd say they're quite even with maybe a slight edge. But the experience edge is definitely with Excelsior.
So Dreadful Place is going to be the map choice of, we presume, Foundation.
Yeah, this is definitely Foundation's pick.
I think in a sense though, if there's one map you would, of the two new maps that Excelsior might want, it could be this one. I mean, it's very rail dominant, isn't it? So many open areas for rail shots. NVC, got any comments to make on stream about that first map? Your analysis? Perhaps a prediction for this second map?
The first map was kind of obvious with the Quake 3 players in the team. I don't think I've ever seen any new school team win that map against these old Quake 3 players. And I say new school lightly because some of those players, especially old Splathand, would have played a lot of Quake 3. And I think Nishak as well, but yeah, there was never any chance for them. In this map, I think either red team or blue team will win. I think equal opportunity.
Either red team or blue team will win. That's a pretty brave prediction.
I know.
So you think it's a 50-50? You've got no idea who'll win this?
Oh yeah, no, I do have an idea. Either red or blue.
Okay, thank you.
Great analysis there, NVC.
The NVC prediction. So, this map, one of the new maps to Quake Live, Dreadful Place. It's got all the exciting items on the map. You, of course, spawn with machine gun and gauntlet. It's got shotgun, grenades, rocket launcher, lightning gun, railgun, and plasma gun. It does have a quad as its power-up, single power-up map, but it's in a excluded position from the rest of the map play generally, so generally means teams want to set that up nice and early to get control of it, and it can do a hell of a lot of damage across the map. It's a fairly small map to go from one end to the other. You do have a red armor and a single yellow, but you also have a mega health on this map. Let's just look over the teams again. For Foundation, Nishak, Twister, Old Splatterhands, and Reload. And for Excelsior, we've got Gandhi, Cade, Dash, and Feeder. Gonna go live. Vor, what do you expect to see?
Well, it's Hungarian, mainly Hungarian lineup. I don't know how comfortable they are on this map. We did practice against them on it. I don't remember what happened, but I have a feeling that this German lineup is quite comfortable on this map. So we'll see how Excelsior handle it.
There we go, 3-0 up at the start straight away. We were following Cade, who got his favourite weapon, the shaft. 46% he's already hitting, and as we said, on this map you want to get a lockdown in the quad area because you've got a bounce pad and then two tight doorways, so it's pretty easy to defend if you get set up well already, and Excelsior definitely have done.
Yeah.
Oh, what a rocket.
It's going to be hard for anyone to get in past
What
Cade
a kill
here.
by Cade, that was absolutely brilliant.
And the bounce pad is just about suicidal. And you can see two players are going to try and push in past Cade.
Oh, I feel like his mouse locked up.
Yeah, it's a bit easy.
Nishak has moved in with the rockets in a... Oh, what the hell was Dash doing? Nice rail kill there. Oh, here we go. Going to move across the map. He probably wants to get the 50 here. Mega will be up in a second, but Yellow's up now. He ignores that. Teammate
Yeah, he's
takes
left
it.
that for his teammate.
And Mega gets the call, so that's going to move through towards this red armor area now, picking up the shards on the way, working with his rel. And there we go, end of quad run. Couldn't really find that many frags.
No, but he's done a good job of taking over the red and forcing Foundation to move away from it, and that's control of all the items really in the last 30 seconds or so. They took that previous Mega, they've just taken red, and it's going to cause problems for Foundation. They find themselves short on items at the moment.
Yeah, they managed to push in on the LG position we saw and get a couple of them, but old Splathand's not really working with anything now. We'll get the rocket and lightning gun though. That's perfect. He had just escaped the red armor area, and red will be up now if they had a time on it to jump or pressure, but looks like they missed out. Shafty just left up actually.
He has one already, but decides to take another one rather than call a teammate to pick it up. Can of course drop weapons, but you know, picking up multiple of the same weapon doesn't allow you to drop multiple weapons.
And again, Excelsior taking control of this red armor. So what are the possibilities of playing this map, Vor?
Well, you can, I think, play either side of the map. It's just you have to really focus your strategy depending on what side you want to play. If you're going to play that red, you definitely need to push out and put pressure on the rail. You have to get those rails, and you need to try and put pressure on the rocket launcher and the LG as well, because you don't want to keep giving away those strong weapons for nothing.
Quad going to be up in a second. Dash missing all his rails defending it, but hits the important one on Twister, who is the last Foundation player remaining. He's got a very nice stack to work with, but he hasn't really got the weapons to use. There's a shotgun, that would be ideal, although he's going to push in and try and get a kill with a rocket, but you see he's not going to want to shoot that.
That's a very good play by him though. He could have panicked there and blown himself up.
Well, we see now he's been caught out though by not picking up that shotgun. Nishak managed to get a spawn and grab it in front of him. Twister's there, just taken that Mega in front of him. Why isn't Nishak helping his teammate?
That's strange.
No idea why, and he's moved all the way around to quad, which is kind of a nothing zone on the map.
I mean, you can try and look to ambush people at that upper shotgun, but it does pull you quite a way out of position into what is really a nothing area of the map.
Yeah, it's got no key items other than when the quad spawns. It's just got a shotgun at one end, and he's basically got access to the green armor, 25 that's worth, and the rail basement, but really isn't an area you want to spend the whole map on. And Nishak just basically spent about 40 seconds.
Yeah, and a bit of a... I don't know if their team has a time on the Mega, but he certainly wasn't attacking at the right time to be taking that Mega.
So, like the first map, Excelsior in the lead.
Yeah, and it's mainly down to their play at quad. They've taken both so far, and it's not just the frags you get with quad on this map, it's the setup that can generate most of the frags, because it's such an easy quad to defend that anyone coming in late for it is going to get pretty much taken out easily. And
I say, much like Hidden Fortress, you want to be getting to quad as early as is realistically possible without giving away too much on the rest of the map. So, potentially 30 seconds before? 20 seconds before?
I'd say 20 seconds is an absolute minimum.
You see Foundation trying to move in last second. Twister's not really got enough health to survive it out, and again Excelsior going to get this quad. Look at the damage Dash took. He tries to delay it, but that was a bit of a mistake. Don't know who got quad.
Seems to have died.
So we'll switch to reload then. Quad just eliminated straight away. See what reload can do. They seem to lose out on the yellow and the red there, just working around this shaft area. I mean, what would you say the focus positions are on this map? What are the key items? Or
well, that rail is a real key item, but you can't base your whole strategy around that. You have to really focus on either the red or the Mega Health, really. But from Mega Health, you are expected to maintain control of yellow. So it's either red or yellow Mega side. But from there, you don't have the weapons if you hold red, so you really need to push out with the red and secure yourself with stronger weapons, the rail, the LG, the rocket launcher. And from the Mega and the other side, you know, you've got good access to the weapons, but you're quite vulnerable to pushes from red armor. You can make use of the armor and be quite hard to stop when you need to push out.
It's definitely a map you want to be taking armor from one position and moving it to another key area to get the right weaponry and take advantage of your...
But already we're seeing a really early quad setup from Excelsior, and this is good because the amount of armor that Feeder has, it's going to be so hard for Foundation to move in and see anything at this quad room.
I mean, in all honesty, he kind of risked losing a bit of the armor there. He didn't need to. He can just sit right in the room. They've got to come through this tight doorway. I mean, look, it's going to waste all their rockets, in fact. And there we go. So easy on the bounce pad to get the kill. Twister moving in. Almost perfect timing. Gandhi does take it, but it does go down to Nishak. That was almost a very good time to counter-kill the quad, but of course they'd already lost multiple players, and we see the frag gap's up to about 20 now. And that was all on the pre-quad setup time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't just get the frags from taking the quad, it's the setup as well on this map. You saw how many frags Foundation gave away looking to get into that quad room. Now, although they did a really good job of killing that quad, they did give up quite a lot of frags.
Yeah, essentially the damage was done. You've already lost that many frags, that's how many you would lose to a quad runner. So one might argue that if you can't get in there, you might as well just back off, clean out all the items. If you're going to die...
Yeah, and because teams look to set up quad on this map quite early, you know, if you do choose not to go to quad, then you do have all the items on the map to take and then look to ambush the quad as it leaves. You don't have to just throw away frags by suiciding up that bounce pad or coming through those tight doorways.
Definitely the play of this map is fairly unique. It has elements similar to other maps, you might say.
Yeah,
Hidden
I mean,
Fortress
of the
for
two
the
new
quad.
maps, I thought that I preferred Purgatory initially, but you know, as time's gone by, I actually heavily prefer this map to Purgatory.
Okay, so 20 frags still the difference, and it's 30 seconds before the next quad spawns. Cade getting a nice vertical rail kill there. His team moving in, and looks like Foundation have moved in fairly early this time with Nishak.
Yeah, they've done what Excelsior did last time, but they are quite weak.
Oh, only one rocket to defend with for reload, so that's not ideal, but he does take out dash and get a further rocket launcher. Oh, nice kill on Gandhi as well to get a railgun, and 5 seconds before the quad, he's basically secured this. He's going to miss out on the mega, but... Oh, Twister instantly killed by Feeder, and you have to say Reload probably should have backed off a little bit early there to defend his teammate.
I don't think anyone called him back there, because Excelsior had moved in, they'd killed 2 Foundation players and only had the quad left to kill. Quad was picked up by a Foundation, but taken out straight away. And I don't think Reload was called back then. I was sure he'd have turned around and looked to make some rail shots.
Feeder pretty low on health. Mega will be up in a second. He's got a rail, lightning gun and plasma, so we'll probably stay with him. He's probably going to pick up this mega. There it is. So he's looking pretty healthy now to move around, deal out some damage.
Yeah, I'm sure he's either going to pass off some weapons or look to make something happen here. He's got all the good weapons other than arguably rocket launcher. It's quite strong in this area. He's just dropped into it rail.
I mean, I've seen a lot of teams play this map very rail-centric, constantly fighting over that rail, but so far in this map it's not really been the primary focus of either of these teams.
No, but you can see how effective it can be with the shots Feeder was making just then. With the guns he has to defend himself if anyone rushes him, he can stand here and make these rail shots, and then got caught out. He could have pulled out his LG and had an easy shot on old Splatterhand coming straight at him.
Well, Splatterhand's obviously just picked up the red the time before. He's got a nice armor, or maybe the yellow, but he's got a bit of armor to work with. He's got the shaft and rocket. Now, obviously, he can hear above him. Oh! That was a bit of a mistake. That jumped down. I don't know why.
Yeah,
the Excelsior player did that.
So.
Wasn't even close to coming up. And old Splatterhand's in a good position to take advantage and grab this quad, but we'll have to see which of the Foundation players will take it. 5 seconds still to go. Could see a rush from Excelsior. No, they're not going to make it in this time. And Reload is the main man to take it. What the hell? Gandhi
Straight
comes
up
from
that
nowhere
bounce
with the
pad.
plasma. That's unbelievable. That's, we have to say, they kind of just said, alright, we got the quad job done, and just everybody turned their back on that main bounce pad.
Yeah, it's like they just turned off then because they thought, alright, we've got quad, it's safe, but no, Gandhi comes straight up that bounce pad, takes no shots as he comes up it, and he just kills quad.
Just say, plasma, surprising on this map, you might think at first with the big open zones, but it's such an effective weapon on this map. See a lot
there
of
is
kills.
a lot of open areas, but there are so many really tight areas as well, such as the rail and the corridors that connect red armor to the other areas of the map, and plasma is so effective in there.
And the bottleneck zones, and of course then the big quad bounce pad, which people do use a fair amount. And it's coming up to the power up spawn, Dash grabbing that rail, got time on it.
Could do some health here, Dash, because he's got a lot of rail ammo. 50 is up for him.
Mega's up as well, but he's not going to take that. He needs more rail ammo, he thinks.
Yeah, he's got 22 shots to hit in a second.
If there's one player on the server that I can see doing it, it's definitely him.
Yeah, he
It
had a
just
great
palms off
rail
his
on
rail.
intervention the previous map, and not hitting quite as good on this map, but sure he can make some key shots before the end.
Excelsior just hit the sentry there, 20 seconds before the quad. We see Dash waiting on this Mega. It's going to be perfect timing for a player to take it and then get to the quad area. Oh, don't know why he gave away his position. Takes the Mega, but he's surely going to take damage from Twister, was it? He's already moved right into the quad area though as Twister, and he goes down. Look at that.
Oh,
nice
awesome.
shot. Oh, Cade grabbed the quad. Dash left with only 8 HP, he's going to go down to reload. Just frag for frag there.
They moved in brilliantly there, Dash, just a bit unlucky on that quad pickup. His teammate wasn't quite aware that he was coming in. He was just looking to take the quad to make sure Foundation didn't get it.
Gandhi, some terrible rockets there, no wonder he was trying to palm it off. And he does eventually get the kill on Twister though. There we go, that plasma, look, nice shot, just rips him apart. And really, honestly, if you can hit plasma, it is absolutely the best gun in the game.
Yeah, and this area where Nishak is now, I mean, he doesn't have the health to do it, but this is a brilliant area for using plasma gun. Because you have the armor advantage if you've taken the red, and obviously the plasma gun is right next to red, and these are great areas to use plasma. Not so much in this open area, though.
No, you don't want to be going up against Shaft by Mega here, but he did do a fair amount of damage. Look, Cade was down to 2 health, in fact. And he will surely go down here. Mega health is the reward of Nishak, who did get the frag with the machine gun. So, 35 seconds before the quad, you might see the teams going earlier and earlier to quad, because it's so important to secure it. And here we go, Nishak there already. 30 seconds before. He's got a teammate with him.
And his teammate is having a hard time keeping people from coming in hard, but no reload, great play. Gets 2 kills on Excelsior as they try to move in through that high doorway.
5 minutes remain, 10 seconds till this next quad. Interesting choice to just switch around then, Nishak, but he does get the quad. I mean, he was covering the bounce pad, but...
There's a railer looking in from that stairway at the upper shotgun, and it's a really good place to try and make rails from.
Oh, not very good shots with the plasma there. Just going to take a rail shot from Dash. Needs a bit of health, really.
You know, is there someone around there?
Good shotgun kill on Gandhi.
Yeah, because 2 direct plasma bullets would have killed him.
And the score gap is closing, by the way. Well, 16 frags now.
Yeah, they've brought it back quite well in the last, I think, 5 minutes or so. This comeback's been happening for us. Excelsior just lost. They had such good control of the map earlier on in this map. It slipped a bit for them.
Especially with the power-ups as well. Foundation definitely focusing their play on getting the power-ups. Good rocket jump up by Splatterhands, but is a little bit too high. Feeder fragged him before he grabbed the red and rewarded himself with that item. She helps him survive against reload. Brilliant fighting play from Feeder here to survive that. Might want to just back off and get the rocket ammo crate. He decides to go rail heavy point blank range. Don't know how he survived that.
Yeah, he's done a great job of surviving. He's got so many weapons, but he can find some ammo for some of these and drop them to his teammates if they need guns. That'd be really useful.
20 frags, the difference again, and quad is up in 20 seconds, so we want to see the team set it up already. There we go, Foundation with the guys in position. They weren't very obviously in position though. If he'd get completely caught out from that. But rushing in, 10 seconds till quad. Excelsior, have they got the advantage? Yeah, they have. 3 of them in with weapons. I just say it's going to be their quad, unless they make a big mistake here. Oh my god! Reload. Oh, that's just
Excellent.
It's again the problem with, you know, you've got your team there, but none of them want to take the quad. They're all thinking, well, maybe I'm not the best for it, I'll let one of my teammates take it. But you know, when everyone thinks the same, it doesn't get picked up, and Reload was able to just jump in and steal it.
It's the kind of thing NVC
That's
moans
not the
about
first time that's happened.
all the time. Players not taking responsibility, not wanting to be the hero. You've got some teams where every player wants to be the hero, and other ones quite the opposite. Splathand's got a nice bit of armour to defend himself as he grabs this red. Dash going to go down to the plasma of old Splathands. I mean, he's probably been my star player for Foundation. Definitely
we've seen a lot of
central
good
to all them good
moments.
moves. And of course the Nations Cup, he was very impressive for Germany. Where did they come? 4th, was it?
As I noticed, I always get confused with the upper and lower bracket.
There you go, Gandhi grabbing the red and a rail to work with. He had a very high percentage when we checked earlier, 76% rail now. Get the feeling he hasn't actually had that many shots, so that... Well, he's done it, 73 now after missing 2, so maybe he has. Still 20 frag difference. We've got 1 quad remaining. We've got only just over a minute left, and you have to say that gap, unless, well, Excelsior totally mess it up.
Yeah, they'd have to really throw it away from here, because even if they don't get quad, you know, it's not easy to run around the map and just, you know, get 20 kills.
1 minute warning.
In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's pretty much impossible to do that.
Especially with the quad in Excelsior's grips at this moment in time.
Yeah, they don't look like giving this quad up.
There we go, it goes to Gandhi. And he can safely exit the area, hoping the 50's up. It's not, but the Mega is. Don't steal it, guys. Good way to counter the rail as well. 3 shotgun shots.
Yeah, I'm seeing, I'd say, some fairly comfortable wins here for Excelsior, and they're looking good going into this Euro Cup season.
Definitely looking impressive, and I mean, it's teams like this, you think, well, they're in the qualifier, maybe they won't be as good as the other teams in the tournament, but I mean, this season, I have to say, I think it's going to be pretty close between every team in the Euro Cup.
Yeah, the real star teams of like, Reason and Ice Climbers aren't going to be playing in it. So it leaves possibly Rage as the strongest team entered, and then it's not really massive differences between the remainder of teams.
You might suggest a weakened 4 Kings. But there's definitely some top teams, but I mean, generally I think the level of TDM is fairly close across the board below the absolute elites. And
yeah, you've got a top 4 or 5, so really good teams, and then it's not a massive gap between the rest. You know, there are clearly better teams from the rest, but you know, it's nothing unbelievably different.
So NVC, what are your thoughts?
Well, it was 20 frags difference after the first 2 quads, and it was only 20 frag difference because Foundation had all these railguns. At one point they had 3 railguns on 3 different people, and they weren't using them properly. You know, they weren't even looking for peak shots. They were just running around the map and deathmatching anyone that pushed out, and they were just dying or giving up railgun. And then as soon as Excelsior had to play on the yellows, they used the rail properly. So The frag difference didn't really change after that, and it wasn't going to change just because of that, in my opinion. So I think it was the rails that lost it for them.
Yeah, validate that by saying, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No one can come back at you now.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us, NVC and Vor. I've been Disreputed. This is levelupyourgame.net. Good night.